Welcome back to the channel, and we have a lovely guest on the bench today, an Arp Avatar. As you can see, it looks pretty similar to an Odyssey. I haven't really checked it out, but I think they are quite similar. Obviously the Avatar is different because it has a guitar input, and as you can see it can detect the gates from each guitar string. As well as that, it has a fuzz preamp, which would be interesting to check out. And then we have the synth section, which has the two oscillators, sample and hold, some LFOs. There's an audio mixer, you can bring a signal in, various different wave shapes. So this arrived at the Pete Townsend studio at the University of West London, and it didn't work from when it first arrived. I'll show you why in a second. As you can see, some knobs have come off. When we first got it, because the knobs were coming off quite frequently, there's one here, I'll get a close-up of that in a second. It felt like they were all really brittle and were going to break. But actually, most of them are okay. Anywhere where they split, they've just become really brittle. I guess they've leached in some moisture or something. So on the front, we have the special input for the guitar. I think there's like some sort of special bridge, and we do actually have a guitar for this one. I didn't bring it with me for the repair. I was going to see if I can get this up and running first before we introduce the guitar. Tells you which strings are being detected, and there's nice foot switches. And if I turn it around, it says it passed the pack test. Personally, I wouldn't have passed the pack test if the unit didn't work. We have some main outputs, it looks like a mono and a balance. I have to check out that. Aux audio outputs, looks like for the guitar, mono guitar output, synth low level, I guess for connection to a guitar amp, external audio input, and we also have some CV and gate in and outs and some triggers. So it means if I can get this working, I can connect my BeatStep Pro and see if we can make some sounds out of it. So there is supposed to be a bit bolt on the bottom, but when I've received this, there is no bolt holding it on. It's bound to be Imperial, so I'll have to see if I can find out what bolt that is. And to get the top open, it's actually hinged at the back. Took me a little while to figure out there's a couple of little clips here. So let me just put the camera on the tripod. And you need a fair bit of force. And it's going to be quite difficult to film with the lighting. I might even have to get another light down here. So these are the two clips which clip onto this bit like an IKEA cupboard. I believe this board does the frequency to voltage detection, and I believe this does the string to gate detection. That's the jack board on here, and then this is the main synthesizer board. And we have this intriguing bus panel here, and I don't know if you can see, but on the power supply something has gone very wrong with that resistor there. These black boxes, proprietary, very scary. If these go wrong, you can unpot them, but apparently there is some unobtainium parts in here. And what is worse is, I don't know if you can see, there's some blue tantalums all around the place. Each one of those is a ticking time bomb. So it'll be interesting to see what resistance we can read. So this is the plus 15 rail. And this is the ground. And if you measure the resistance, oof, 0.4 ohms. So there's a short on the positive rail. And let's check the negative rail. Wow, 2.6k, that looks really good. It's not surprising. This resistor that is blown is actually on the positive rail. So let's find out if the short is on the power supply or on this board. Well, they've used a couple of tantalums as the main bypass caps on this board. It's kind of scary. So let's just measure the resistance on this board. If something's gone short in the proprietary box, we're going to have some problems. Okay, that's 800 ohms. That's pretty good. Let's measure the negative rail. 3 kilo ohms, so that's pretty good. Okay, I'm hoping this is going to measure the same. Yeah, less than 1 ohm. So it seems like the short is only on the power supply. So I'm going to see if I can hook up my bench power supplies so that I can set a current limit. I know it's plus or minus 15 volts. Give me a second, I'll see if there's a way that I can quickly distribute that around the board. Okay, when you look at it like this, we have the one main power cable that comes to this board, and then all other power distribution is off this one PCB. So I've just got to hook up my power to this connector here. Happy days. So before I supply any angry pixies to this, I'm just going to check that the plus voltage is there. That's the 4053. Pin 16 is the plus, and the ground is there. So I'm pretty confident they're the right way round. Okay, so I've set my current limits up to 300 milliamps per side. So let's see what happens. Okay, the right hand side still wants to go above 300 milliamps. That doesn't look good. We'll increase this to a maximum 400 milliamps. Okay. So she's under 400 milliamps, no current limits on each side. No magic smoke, obviously, because we're protected by the current limiter. I guess I'm going to get my BeatStep Pro and see if we can get any noise out of this. Hold on. Okay, I've got the BeatStep Pro connected. Even though we're not got anything powered, there is a strange sort of sound coming out. I'm coming out the low output, but let's power up, see what happens. Okay. Don't seem to have VCO1. Not sure what that noise is. Even though when I turn it off, very peculiar. Yeah, that noise I was hearing was actually a rookie mistake. I was actually powering the BeatStep Pro from my computer. Once I switched it to a little phone charger, the noise went away. Okay, so just to start with, I went in first with a contact cleaner, and then I went over again with a lubricated contact cleaner, although some of these pots are very rough. But a lot of this next repair will depend on whether we have the guitar and the cable, because I saw an amazing video by Alex Ball where he demonstrates this in the most complete way that you can imagine. And if we've got the guitar working, then this is definitely worth spending a lot of time on. So as far as the synth section go, we can't really test any of the guitar section. The hex fuzz sounds amazing. It basically has a distortion per string. On Alex Ball's videos it sounded incredible, as well as the panning between the upper and lower 3 strings on the guitar. I just thought it sounded fantastic. And when you correct for the time lag it takes for the pitch to CV conversion, it just sounds amazing. Anyway, so let's see where we are with this. I've got Oscillator 1 turned up. I'll just hit the BeatStep Pro. Okay, so we're hearing Oscillator 1. Now unfortunately, the pitch control kind of works. But you can't go down further. I mean, I don't know if that's a broken pot or just be a loose connection. Fine tuned works. These pots are all very stiff. And we're listening to the square wave at the moment. Actually, let's turn the filter fully up. No resonance. So this is the sawtooth. And if we go to the, I don't think the pulse width has any effects now. There is. Oh. Yeah, that still can't get any lower in pitch. I'm not quite sure what that's FMing. Not from this oscillator, so it must be from itself. Doesn't really sound like FM to me, I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, so now if we listen to the square wave, and then we have the pulse width. We can have pulse width modulation. And the LFO speed is here. From the envelope. Okay, so let's move to Oscillator 2. Sawtooth. Now we have full range. Bringing back Oscillator 1. I've got it on ADSR if I take that off. Loses a bit of volume on the resonance. Now if we add the envelope to the filter, very nice. We can also add an LFO to the filter cutoff. Although the LFO this doesn't work at the top of the range. High pass. This pot isn't very good. Again, another pot that seems to have no effect at the bottom range. And we have the voltage controlled amplifier, which can either be on this envelope or the ADSR. Now the release on this is a bit dodgy. That only seems to work very well when the release is down. Or if we put the amp through the ADSR. So the release is working a little bit. So it needs a little bit of work, love to get it back fully working, although it's mostly working. I think if you've got the guitar and cable, it's definitely going to be worth taking this further. And of course, the big Achilles heels, if I can get some light on the matter, are all these tantalum capacitors. They're on this board, they're on this board, they're on all these top boards. And we're going to have to fix this power supply. But I've got a cunning plan. I think I might try and make a new one and get PCBWay to manufacture basically a clone of this. In the service manual, they do give a diagram showing you the actual layout. So I might be able to use Photoshop and make a replica, so we don't have to worry about this burnt area here. So if you want to keep in touch with what's happening with this Arp Avatar, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you later.